Any of those people, they pay a shitload of money. You're there. They take pictures. Your club gets hot. Now, after about a year, you start taking partners in.
Yeah?
Sure, because you know it's on the way down. Odds are against you. So after a year, some guy comes in, I love your place. And go ahead, I'll take half. Give me half. And that's how you get out of it. Or you do what a lot of people did. And they just light the place on fire and start from scratch. A little Jewish lightning. And the place starts from scratch. You know, I knew the guy that owned the gay clubs in Houston, like in the 70s. And he was telling me one time, he goes, yeah, once we got our use out of him, you light them on fire, collect the insurance, and then open up another club. That's it. Jewish lightning.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull. And then we watched the building collapse.
One of the beliefs is that some 4,000 Israelis or Jews in the New York City area were warned by instant messages not to go to work on 9/11.
4,000 Israeli citizens worked in the World Trade Center and Pentagon, and only 5 of them died. And at least one of those 5 was a Mossad agent. Misha Makeover, the company's CEO, admitted to the Israeli media that 2 of his employees also got the message.
God damn it, since when is Project Mayhem about murder?
Buildings are empty. Security, maintenance, all our people.
At the time of 9/11, Otago was working with Converse, a telecommunications firm founded by Kobi Alexander, a former Israeli intelligence officer. Larry Silverstein also admitted that he designed a new World Trade Center in 2000 while the buildings were still standing.
Next thing you know, we've got the designs of a building. And the first design meeting was in April of 2000.
One step closer to economic equilibrium.
Nations, democracies don't go to war easily. And they usually debate and argue before they do. Sometimes they have to be bombed into going to war. In fact, that's what happened in World War II. So I wrote a book in 1995, and I said that if the West doesn't wake up to the suicidal nature of militant Islam, the next thing you'll see is the militant Islamists bringing down the World Trade Center.
The School for Advanced Military Studies is both a training ground and a think tank for some of the Army's brightest officers. Of the Mossad, the Israeli Intelligence Service, the SAMS officers say, wildcard, ruthless and cunning, has capability to target U.S. forces and make it look like a Palestinian-Arab act. Yes, I fear it will come. I believe the first terror attack will be New York City's tallest building. He said that 21 years before the attack, Mossad had foreknowledge of the attack, but instead of trying to stop it, they celebrated it and got arrested.
And I could see that they were like happy, you know, they didn't look shocked to me, you know, they didn't look shocked. I thought it was very strange.
The witness called police, who stopped the van hours later and arrested 5 men. All 5, it turns out, were Israeli. They were turned over to the FBI. Sources tell ABC News, during a check of national security databases, some of the men were listed as having had connections with Israeli intelligence.
They did it. I have had long conversations over the past 2 weeks with contacts at the Army War College, at its headquarters Marine Corps, and I've made it absolutely clear in both cases that it is 100% certain that 9/11 was a Mossad operation.
If you hate what Hashem hates, you will come to love what Hashem loves. That's the way the system works. In order to truly love what Hashem loves, you have to hate what he truly hates. And Hashem hates Amalek.
Palestinian security officials say 2 people believed to be Jewish settlers set the house on fire. At least 3 other people were injured in the fire, including the boy's parents and his 4-year-old brother.
We spoke to an ambulance driver who arrived here, who actually pulled the body of Ali out. The way he described it was a block of charcoal, really, this 18-month baby.
And it burns the skin, and it burns right through to the bone. Israel dropped the white phosphorus over Al Quds Hospital. It dropped the white phosphorus over the UN Beit Lahia school.
No, this is the concentration of evil, the greatest evil, the arch enemy of the Jew. What difference does it make if it's a baby or if it's an adult? It's the same thing. This baby will eventually be an adult, and this baby will eventually try to harm you.
Thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it. And the Jews take this quite literally as a commandment from their God to commit genocide against the Amalekites and completely exterminate them, every man, woman, and child.
But can you see it from their perspective, if some of them have lived here for generations, how they might feel like this land belongs to them?
I don't care. I mean, according to the Torah, this is Eretz Israel. It belongs to us.
I mean, you don't think there's any way that Arabs and Jews can live here in peace?
No. They don't have the right to stay here. גוי ויהודי אסור להם לאכול אפילו על אותו שולחן. אנחנו לומדים ככה מהתרבות הרעה שלהם.
On August 18th, at the Ramada Hotel in central Jerusalem, leading Israeli rabbis gathered to defend the publication of a book by one of their peers that cited rabbinic sources to justify the killing of non-Jews, including innocent children and families.
There is such a concept in Jewish law as any population, and under very, very specific circumstances, according to various rabbinic opinions, it would be seemingly permissible to kill children.
Okay, so there's one rabbi. We're going to play another rabbi saying the same thing right now. All validating this. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. This is literally reading straight from Chabad Lubavitch's website. Great walls will fall. Look, we got this one too, 9/11 in the Torah. This is Chabad.org, hidden in the letters and the numbers of the Torah.
2 buildings. Wow. You know, I'll tell you something. I think I already told you this, by the way. That 1 week before, how do you call that? The World Center. World Trade Center. Those 2 great edifices of tremendous architecture. They were destroyed, in such a way that nobody still understands what happened. How come they were brought down in such a massive way? 1 week before, one of the great rabbis in Israel, Hasidic rabbi, an Admor.
Okay, this is important. 1 week before, a top Hasidic rabbi from Israel visited New York. That's what he says.
Visit the Square Rebbe in Square, New Square. And he came with some people, some of his disciples in the car. They prayed Mincha with Minyan in front of everybody passing in Manhattan. Where? Right there, near the World Center. After he finished the davening, the prayer, he said, say bye-bye to those buildings because you are not going to see them no more. It's unbelievable. There will be 2 big buildings in the land of Edom, which today we relate the word Edom to America.